Hello Vincent's Collection viewers! Welcome to my channel! This week the client asked us to make a round design made from oak wood. Let's watch the production story of this design together. We chose a special tree for the design we made this week and brought it to our workshop. The life of the oak tree is 400 years. It has a solid structure and is one of the wood species that can be used in table construction. We will begin to clean the bark of the oak trees. If you want to see more such content, you can support me by subscribing to my channel. The client asked us to make a table with a diameter of 72 inches, 180 centimeters. We draw a circle with a radius of 36 inches from the center of the table. When the table is finished, the inside of these borders will be a table. It's exciting to think about what kind of design we're going to come up with before we get started. Now it's time to clear the tree stumps. It is relatively easier to clean the bark of an oak tree than an olive tree. After removing the shelves with the help of a chisel and hammer, we sand the edges for a smoother appearance. The table we designed will have two rivers. We darken the tree edges that coincide with the rivers with the help of gas. The reason we do this is to give the table a more rustic look. As you know, epoxy tables contain both a modern look and a rustic look. Although it is difficult to achieve this is the most enjoyable part. We will prepare the tree stumps for epoxy pouring. Before that, we perform a process with the help of a CNC machine. The purpose of this process is to make one surface of the tree stump smooth. thus avoiding leakage of epoxy under the tree stumps while pouring the epoxy after placing the logs in the frame. There should be no gaps between the surface of the frame and the base of the tree stumps. Next, we'll move on to the framing and casting process. Before framing the tree stumps, we need to apply wax to the surface where the tree logs will be placed. The reason for this is to be able to disassemble the tabletop more easily after the epoxy has dried. Our bench is ready. Now we place the tree stumps. Then, with the help of silicone and thick cardboard, we make walls to prevent the epoxy from leaking. As you know, epoxy is a liquid substance and it takes 8 to 10 hours to dry at room temperature. Therefore, it is necessary to carefully create a frame to ensure that the epoxy does not leak. If you want to see more such content, you can support me by subscribing to my channel. Epoxy, it is a highly preferred product because it is durable, long-lasting and perfectly adheres to the surface on which it is used, creating a vivid and bright image. While preparing the epoxy material, it is necessary to mix both the resin and the hardener at a certain rate. According to this ratio, the epoxy drying time may vary. Soon we will make epoxy table making training videos and post them on our channel. We are continuing the preparations for this. If you want to make an epoxy table in your home one day, follow us and don't forget to turn on notifications. After creating the mixture, we add liquid pigment to the mixture according to the color requested by the customer and mix it again. As I said, it takes 8 to 10 hours for the epoxy to dry. But we do not pour the epoxy in one go for the construction of the table. This is not healthy at all. Because the thickness of an ideal table should be 2 inches, that is, 5 centimeters. If we pour so much epoxy in one time, the epoxy will dry after 1 week, 10 days. This is both a waste of time and can cause some problems on the table after a few years while using. That's why we divide the resin into 3 parts and apply it on different times. Well, the epoxy has dried. Now it's time to disassemble the tabletop. As you can see, we disassemble the tabletop with the help of a hammer and wood. Then we will get help from the CNC machine again. As I said before, it is ideal if the tabletop is 2 inches thick. For this reason, we also thin the table up to 2 inches thick with the help of the CNC machine. Now it's time to give the table its round shape. We give the coordinates to the CNC machine. After giving the size of the table and the coordinates, the machine cuts the shape we want to achieve for us. If you want to see more such content, you can support me by subscribing to my channel. The table took its final shape. Now it's time to clean and polish the roughness. First, we need to sand the table. In order to achieve a smooth feel when touching the table, we first use coarse grit sandpapers, then gradually fine grit sandpapers. Papers need to be applied in the best way possible. If you want to see more such content, you can support me by subscribing to my channel. Here, we make the grains of the wood appear more clearly with wood oil. In addition, applying wood oil provides protection on the table surface.
Gaza giren yok. Ne? Yok, düzgün yok.
Well, the final stage of the table is polishing. With the help of pastry polish, we make the epoxy brighter. At the same time, it ensures that the table is as durable as the first day with protective materials against scratches while polishing. The tabletop is finished. Now it's time to make the legs of the table. Our master in the metal workshop built the chassis and legs to be attached to the table as the customer wanted. If you want to see more such content, you can support me by subscribing to my channel. Tabletop, legs and chassis are ready. Now it's time to combine them. The most enjoyable part of our job is to combine them and see the result.
Çekiyorsun değil mi? Çekiyorum. Tamam. İyi, hadi görüşürüz. Bay bay. Kaldır, gel. Bu tarafa doğru gel. Biraz böyle gel. Gel biraz daha.
Tamam. Tamam. Bir saniye, onu da takıyorum. Tak, tamam. Tek bırakayım mı? Tek.
The result is truly worth seeing. I can easily say that it is one of the best epoxy table designs I have made. I wish my customer, who will use this table, to have a pleasant time on it. In addition, if you want to see more such videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel.